Hello, my name is Rochelle Barnett, and I will be your educational interpreter for this academic school year. I am certified from pre-K to second grade, and our student this year, her name is Rachel Green, and she is in the first grade. And I want to touch base and just to let you know what exactly my role is as an interpreter. If you have worked with an interpreter before, this will simply be a review. If you haven't, I hope that you will feel confident and comfortable enough with me to ask me any questions that you may have. I'm here to answer any and all questions to make this transition in this school year comfortable and as successful as possible. My role as an interpreter is to facilitate communication. For example, if Rachel would like to talk to one of her other peers or to a teacher, or if a teacher would like to talk to her, or any other staff that would like to talk to Rachel, or if Rachel would like to talk to other staff, I am there to facilitate that communication. Also, interpretation may occur in a variety of settings beyond the classroom, and this is including but not limited to field trips, club meetings, after-school programs, assemblies, extracurricular activities, and other school-sponsored events. This means that although I will be spending a lot of time in the classroom, you may see me around at award ceremonies, Christmas plays or concerts, things like that. I am able to interpret that. As an interpreter, I do have to adhere to a code of professional conduct. There are 3 key points that I would like to touch on: confidentiality, professionalism, and conduct. When I speak of confidentiality, I am required to maintain confidentiality in all interpreting situations, not just educational settings, but all interpreting situations. I am required to remain confidential. However, just like you, working within the school system, I am a mandated reporter. Professionalism. Regardless of the student's race, religion, gender, or any other factor, I will be interpreting for them and remain professional. And I will interpret the message faithfully. I will do my best to match your tone of voice and the environment that you want to set for the classroom. I will interpret that for Rachel using my body language, my facial expressions, and signs that she will understand. Rachel does use American Sign Language, so that is what I will be using for her. I am not a counsel for Rachel, nor will I give my personal opinions while interpreting. And for conduct, I will refrain from conflicting roles. For example, I will not be teaching and interpreting at the same time. Just like if I were to be involved in a staff meeting, I cannot be participating in the staff meeting and interpreting it at the same time. Just some tips for working with Rachel if you have never worked with a deaf student before. Just some things that I have found to be helpful with other educators in the past is to speak directly to her. Feel free to speak at a normal pace and teach your class as you normally would. If I need you to slow down or to repeat something, or if I didn't quite catch something, I'll let you know. If you could, please have closed captions on films. Use visual aids, and I feel like using visual aids in first grade will not only benefit Rachel, but all the other students as well. And if Rachel does use an FM system, just to make sure that it is on and worn correctly, and I'll be talking about that as well. Rachel may or may not have some assisted listening devices such as hearing aids, which are worn on the outside of her ear, cochlear implants, which are surgically implanted, and FM systems, which does have a mic for you to wear, kind of like a lapel, and she will have earplugs or earbuds to be able to listen, and it'll make it sound like that you are right there next to her ear. Just to touch base, cochlear implant provides auditory access. Hearing aids they amplify sounds and they don't really clarify them, they just amplify them. And FM systems are better for small groups. So, for example, if you break the students up into groups, that would be better if that person leading the group would have the microphone. And also for cochlear implants, although students with cochlear implants do normally have excellent results, it doesn't qualify as having normal hearing, but rather these students function in a smaller manner to students with a severe hearing loss. So just to put that in perspective. You may be asking, what exactly will be interpreted? To make things simple, everything will be interpreted. The lessons that you teach, the questions from the students, comments from the students, or if you're commenting on somebody's answer, and just relevant background noise will be interpreted as well. So working with an interpreter, if you have never worked with an interpreter before, again, I would like you to ask as many questions as you feel, that I am here to answer any questions that you may have, just so we can be able to have that understanding, be able to work better as a team. If you could, what would be helpful for me is to have an extra copy of your lesson plans, just to make sure that I can prep as well, to make sure that Rachel's education is maximized, so this academic year can be as successful as possible. And when I'm not interpreting, I'm more than happy to help you pass out papers, help put on jackets and snowsuits and things like that. I understand that that can be overwhelming, so I am there to support and to help you with that. Because I am a member of the educational team, I am able to be a part of the IEP meetings, and I am a related service provider. So if we need to bring in a professional audiologist or things like that, I'm happy to work with them. However, I am not a professional audiologist. So if we have any questions about that, we would have to bring in that professional. And I just included some resources that we could go over if you had any other questions. The first one is my Code of Professional Conduct. So if you want to know what exactly I adhere to, that is the first one. Interpreter's Tapestry and Classroom Interpreting. It's just, if your other parents have any questions about what it is to have an interpreter in the classroom, or if you would like a better understanding, feel free to check out these links, and they do offer wonderful resources that could help you gain more understanding about that. And once again, I am on your side. I am a part of your team, and if there's anything that I can do on my end to make Rachel's academic year as successful as possible, please do let me know. I am available via email, or if you would like to speak with me right after this presentation, please do feel free. I am open to suggestions, and I am eager and ready to work with you more closely this year, and to be able to help Rachel succeed in the first grade and get her ready for second grade. So if there's any other questions, I do conclude my presentation, and I thank you for your time.